We can be a miracle path.
Today's text is John chapter 06, verse 13. Let's read it together. Another of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up, "Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. But how far will they go among so many?" Jesus said, "Have the people sit down." There was plenty of grass in that place, and they sat down. About 5,000 men were there. Jesus then took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed to those who were seated as much as they wanted. He did the same with the fish. When they had all had enough to eat, he said to his disciples, "Gather the pieces that are left over. Let nothing be wasted." So they gathered them and filled 12 baskets with the pieces of the 5 barley loaves left over by those who had eaten.
What? What's going on?
Jesus must be looking for something to eat.
Why? Is Jesus hungry?
I don't think so, but I think he's trying to feed people.
What? All these people? He must need a huge amount of food.
I know. I guess that's why his disciples are in trouble.
Honey, don't you have some food in our lunchbox?
I have, but it's not enough for even 2 of us. Well, sir, I have a lunchbox.
Oh yeah, can you give it to Jesus?
2 small fish and 5 barley cakes are all I have. If it's okay that even though it's little, I'd like to give it to my love Jesus.
Yeah, thank you. Let's take it to Jesus.
Everyone, do you know how this story continues? Today's text is a very famous miracle story of 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. A huge number of people, including 5,000 men, many women, and children, followed Jesus after seeing the miracle he did. After Jesus healed the sick and taught people, then he looked at them and felt sorry for them. Jesus asked his disciples,
Where are we to buy bread so that these people may eat?
At that time, this child gave Jesus his lunchbox. There were probably quite a few people who had a small amount of food for themselves besides this kid. But no one gave the food to Jesus because they had to eat it when they were hungry and because it wasn't enough for millions of people. But this little boy was different. He overcame his hunger and came out with a lunchbox to Jesus. How could that have happened? This child listened to Jesus all day long. The word of Jesus became a bread of life in this child. In the child's heart, faith in Jesus grew. That's why he was able to willingly give his own to Jesus. Even though he was ashamed of a small lunchbox, he gave Jesus with love. What happened then? 2 fish and 5 barley rice cakes created a miracle in which food was left to fill up the 12 baskets, even if more than 5,000 people ate it. When the child's small lunchbox was given to Jesus, it was used as a miracle to relieve the hunger of all those who gathered there. And this child became a miracle path, and he was able to experience such a fullness. Friends, if we were there, would we have been able to happily give Jesus that lunchbox, which is all I have? Livingstone, a British missionary and African explorer, has received great grace from God's love at age 9 and went up to the donation basket to give himself away. Is there any difference between God's love for Livingstone and for us? No, it is the same. What about the words of Jesus that has given to the young child of today's story? Is there any difference from words we are receiving now? No, it is the same. Friends, we can be a miracle path too. All we have today is from God. Our lives, time, family, money, health, nothing can be enjoyed without God's permission. It is not difficult to give what you have when you remember the love of Jesus who gave life for us. Instead of spending time watching games and videos, we can give our time to God by reading the Bible and praising God. We can give God the donations we prepared with a grateful heart. We can give God a good heart that loves and helps friends while enduring the desire to get angry and fight with our friends. This Sunday is a day for you. I hope you can give what you have to God, even small, so that you can be God's joy and rejoice in Him. Then you can become a person who can enjoy God's abundant grace and experience God's miracle. God bless you.